Alright, we are on now number 70. We're finding the area of this trapezoid. To find the area, we do 1/2 height times the bases added together. That formula is 1/2 h times, and then I got b1 plus b2. And here are my two bases. Here's my height. Plugged in my 10 and my 16 and 20. After I multiply those out, I end up getting C. Number 71, find the area of a regular hexagon with a perimeter of 90 centimeters. It says round to the nearest tenth if necessary. If we move over here, I actually drew me a hexagon, 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's our formula for any type of shape of area. Find the area of any regular figure. It's 1/2 P times A. Now P is the perimeter. Once I add all those perimeter up, and this one's kind of nice. This problem actually told me the perimeter was 90 centimeters. A is the dotted line. We call the amphitheorem. I can't really say it, but it's really that dotted line from the center point to any the middle of any of the segments. This one was actually kind of nice. Once I did this dotted line, I found out this was 60 and this was 30. We know if the perimeter was 90, I did 90 divided by 6. Found out each side was 15, divided 15 into 2, and I got that 7.5. Use that 7.5 as across from the 30. Since I have a 30, 60, 90 triangle, I can just double the 7.5 and get the 15. And that is, then I can use my Pythagorean theorem once I've gotten the 15 and the 7.5 to figure out that 13. If you remember the shortcut of the square root of 3, that's fine. How did I get that 30, 60, 90? I came back in, did this formula where I plugged in the 6, went through, found one of the interior angles, and then you divide it by 2, and since one of that whole interior angles of a hexagon was 120, that gave me 60, and I knew that was 90, so this had to be that 30 degrees. So once I go back, plug that in, 1/2 times the P and the A, you end up getting B. Alright, there we go. We're on question 72, find the area having the circumference. So they've told us the circumference, we're trying to find the area of the circle, round to the nearest tenth, use 3.144 pi. First of all, I need to work backwards. I need to find out what my radius and diameter, all that good stuff is to find my area first. So I took the circumference formula is pi times the diameter. So I did the 79.3. If I take out the pi, so I divided by pi and I get the diameter down here. Once I have that diameter, I just cut it in half and got my radius. Now remember the area of a circle is pi times r squared. R squared does not mean diameter. R squared means the radius squared, not the radius times 2. My radius ended up being 12.6, so I plugged that 12.6 in, squared it, multiplied it by 3.14 for pi, so I could get the area, and I end up with the 50.7. Alright, moving on, 73. 73 is a unique situation. They actually try to trick you. If you notice, this blue triangle here and this blue triangle here are the exact same triangles. Both of them have the height of 8. They tell you these two are marked, that they're the same. So if you could just imagine, they didn't take this out and add this. They just take this and put it here. Really, I just have a square and just multiplying 12 times 8. And 12 times 8 is 96. Just because they draw you a confusing picture doesn't mean it's going to be as hard as it looks. On number 74. Alright, on 74 we're trying to find the area of this figure. They've taken out a semicircle or half a circle. Remember the area of a square is just the length times the width, but we have to take out that circle. So first, what's the area of a circle's power squared? End up knowing that the radius here is going to be half of 8, so our radius there is 4. So after I plug my 4 in, here is my area that if it was a entire circle, so if you could imagine this circle, I found the area of this circle was 50.265, and then really what I'm trying to do is I want to take out half of that circle. So I'm just going to divide it by 2, and after I divide it by 2 I get 25.1325. So that's the area of this. So I'm just going to take the area of the whole thing minus that half circle, and the area of the whole thing is here is 112. Take out or minus the 25.1325, and I end up getting 86.867. Ends up being C. 75, another one. Hey, I'm just going to add these two shapes together. If I find the first one is an 8 and then a 7 and a 6 together, that's 13. So that would be this kind of colored in shape here. So I do 8. Sorry, I didn't write this down beforehand, but 8 by 13. Okay, whatever that equals, I'm going to add it to this this triangle here, and it's a 6 by, so this is a 6, do whatever color. We got a 6 here. We need to figure out what this is first. If this whole thing from here to here is 14, I can just take out 8 from 14 and I have what's left. So 8 minus 14, why am I blanking?
6.
Ends up being 6. So I got 6 times 6, and remember, since it's a triangle, we do 1/2, and then multiply 6 times 6. Okay, and then 6 times 6 is 36. Half of 36 is, what's that?
18.
18. And then I multiply 8 times 13.
Can't do that one.
Can't do that one. 8 times 13 ends up being 104. And then I'm just adding these two together. 18 plus 104 is 122.